Okay, thank you, Lars, for that promising introduction. Yes, my name is Arno Bor, and I'm a developer at DirectLease. I'm here to talk to you today about a module that we are currently developing for Silverstripe to use with the Auth0 library. Well, I will quickly go for what Auth0 is, how we are using it, and I'll show you an example. First of all, what is Auth0? It's a universal authentication and authorization platform we're currently using along with Silverstripe to provide a seamless and secure identity solution for our customers, and it's GDPR proof. Basically, it provides you with, in this case, a dashboard where we can just see the activity of our users. These are users that are currently using our platform in Germany, and it allows us to control the users outside of Silverstripe. So we are, we don't need to rely on any cyber threat security or anything from the GDPR in case of any problems with our servers, and they can just keep using them here. So something a little bit short about DirectLease. DirectLease is a European car lease company. We started using Silverstripe around 2012, and we never stopped. The things that we use at DirectLease is we don't like to reinvent the wheel, so we use a lot of great solutions made by third parties, and Auth0 is one of them. So basically, Auth0 has a PHP SDK, which already had an Auth0 module for Silverstripe, so we did not need to build one for that. It also provides a log, which is an embeddable JavaScript login form. You can just drop it onto a page and pull the files from the CDN, and it will just, at least that part will work out of the box. You only have to configure it with your own API keys that you receive. But they also provide a set of different API keys for managing users and dealing with settings on their platform. So what we have done is we've released a prototype of our module, which is currently on GitHub. And what we're doing is we have a login button on our website, and anywhere on the website when you click it, you will first be redirected to the security login page. There we do not show the default Silverstripe login form, but we present the Auth0 log, which is with Auth0 of course. And then we store the back URL inside the session, or sorry, inside the local storage on the browser. And when the user comes back from the Silverstripe log, we then redirect the user back to the page where he originated from. Like I said, we don't want to host data of our users, but we do want to provide the power and the flexibility of the Silverstripe group and permissions that they provide. So what we're doing right now, this is just a prototype, is that we are logging a user from Auth0, and then the authentication and authorization happens on the Auth0 platform. And the user comes back into the Auth0 module, and first we will check if the user who logged in is an admin from ours or one of our employees. If so, then we will do a lookup based on his email address. And if he happens to be a member of our Silverstripe installation, then we will log him in. And if not, then we will use him log him in as a default user. So basically, what we have one member in our Silverstripe installation, and every user uses the same member object. So we do not have any groups or permissions for the users. We only have that for our employees. So that's a part we don't have to touch, but we do use the member object to see if a member can access certain parts of the site. And then what we do is we populate that member object with data from Auth0, which is the last line of the code, and basically store that either in the session, and when we switch to Silverstripe 4, when the member object becomes persistent, we will actually store it on the member object. So we already have the getters and setters in place, but sadly we're still on Silverstripe 3 at the moment, so we cannot use a persistent member object. So we're currently storing in this session, but when we make the transgression, it will automatically switch to the getters and setters, and then it will stay. It will persist across all the requests that the user makes. I want to give you a quick show, at least on the way it looked on our website, so you can actually see it in action real quick. So this is our, I'll make that full screen. It's our direct lease page where our customers can go to lease a car. I'll just assume right now that I'm already an existing user. So as you can see now, I came from the home page. So my address bar is not showing. I'll make it a little bit smaller. My current URL is security/login/backurl/nothing because I came from the home page. But actually, I'm not showing the Silverstripe URL right now. I'm just showing the Silverstripe login. I'm showing the Auth0 log with currently my credentials pre-filled. So I can just say I want to log in, which doesn't work because I changed it. I can log in with my Google account. And then basically what happens in the background is that the user goes to the, I'm logging with my Google account, and Auth0 already knows me because I'm registered user at Auth0. And from Auth0 I'll get a full user profile. So now it actually says here, welcome Arno, and this is actually just currently pulled from the session, but it is data that is hosted in the Auth server environment. And it's not part of our own database. So we at our release, we don't have any information from our users or our customers in our database. So that makes us GDPR proof for any future changes that they might make, because we do not own or we do not host the data of our customers. Oh, that's it. Any questions?
You said something about the user object getting persistent in Silverstripe 4. We still use Silverstripe 3, so I don't know anything about that. Could you elaborate really quick on that?
Yeah, no, we are currently on Silverstripe 3 with direct lease. I can show you the module that's currently ongoing. Where do I have the? So what we've made a member extension right now, and what we're doing is we just listed up a bunch of getters and setters, which we do return the object, the value from the member object if the member object is still filled. But in Silverstripe 3, I've noticed that when you close the page, or when you redirect to another page, the member object is destroyed and it gets reinstantiated on every page, on every page load. So therefore, any returns that I make initially would be nothing, because the member object that we use is empty because it's not in database. So therefore, we store the information that we get from Auth0, we store it in the session. And actually, right now, I'm just returning stuff from the session. So that's how we do it in Silverstripe 3. And in Silverstripe 4, we can actually ditch the whole session idea and make use of the persistent member object. If that answers your question.
So Silverstripe 4 does persist the user object in the session itself, or?
I'm not really a Silverstripe developer in that part. Okay. I just read the docs, and according to the docs, the member object persists in Silverstripe 4. Oh, okay. But you know it probably better than I do.
No, I don't use Silverstripe 4 yet, so that's why I'm asking. Well. But I'll find someone. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Arno.
Okay.